What is up, guys? My name is Ryan18. I'm the Ryan18 Forever channel, and this is my WWE Raw review for March 18th, 2013, live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's get things started. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but let's get this thing started. I know I got a new haircut. I'm looking good. You probably guys are all you guys are saying, "Damn, Ryan, you look good." But anyway, guys, going back to the review, we have John Cena opens up Monday Night Raw, talking about what WrestleMania means to him and how it's 20 days away until he beats Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The primetime players come out, Darren Young and of course Titus O'Neil. Um, a pretty funny segment with Titus O'Neil. I see would disguise himself as Titus O'Neil's so-called uncle. Um, it would lead into a Darren Young versus John Cena match. John Cena pretty much pulls off with the victory, hitting the attitude adjustment on Darren Young. Then we have his Ryback versus David Otunga, pretty much a squash match for Ryback, as Ryback would go on and hit the shell shock on David Otunga to get the victory to move on. And then Mark Henry out of nowhere comes out, and it is announced that Ryback will not be involved in the six-man tag team match between Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Ryback against the Shield at WrestleMania 29. However, it will now be Ryback versus Mark Henry at WrestleMania 29. So a pretty good change of events have occurred in which Ryback will now face Mark Henry at WrestleMania 29. Then we have his Fandango versus the Great Khali. Um, we have a You Can't Wrestle chance, going up against Fandango or Fandango, whatever you want to call this guy, or Johnny Curtis, whatever you want to call this guy. But anyway, pretty much Natalia says, go get him, Khali, and then, pretty much Fandango runs out of the ring and says that you will not see the debut of Fandango or Fandango, whatever you want to call this guy. Then it would lead on into a R-Truth versus Damien Sandow match. R-Truth pulls off with the victory as Damien Sandow does not want anything to do with R-Truth and would win via countout. Then we have the Undertaker makes his return to Monday Night Raw, even though he was there at Raw last week, which doesn't really make any sense. But anyway, Undertaker talks about the disrespect that CM Punk showed last week at the Paul Bearer Memorial, for showing paying tribute to Paul Bearer last week, and saying that Punk is in for a living hell at WrestleMania. And Punk would actually show up on the screen saying, "Oh yes, oh yes," mocking the Undertaker with the urn, and kept on juggling the urn, and at one point would actually drop the urn and say, "Oh shit," and of course it was blocked out because of its PG. And pretty much kept on saying that he's going to be the one that ends the streak, like everyone else in the past has been saying. And he says it's not my goal to, I wasn't born to beat the streak, but it's just simply that I will make you 20-1 at WrestleMania, and then we would leave at that. So a very interesting sequence of events between the Undertaker and CM Punk. I like how they're putting Paul Bearer into the whole storyline. I mean, it really fits. It gives Undertaker motivation to kick CM Punk's ass at WrestleMania 29. So props to WWE to put Paul Bearer into the whole storyline, even though he has passed and it's not really right to do it, but it runs with the storyline, so I guess it works. Then we have his Team Hell No going up against Primo and Epico. Pretty much Team Hell No pulls off with the victory as Kane goes for the chokeslam on Epico and gets the victory for Team Hell No. Then we have Alberto Del Rio versus Cody Rhodes, the Mustachio Man, or whatever you want to call Cody Rhodes. Del Rio hits the cross arm breaker pretty much on Cody Rhodes, causing Cody Rhodes to tap. And then Jack Swagger attacks Alberto Del Rio, throwing him up and over the announce table, and would go on the attack on Ricardo Rodriguez, snapping Ricardo Rodriguez's ankle as he would hit the ankle lock on him. And pretty much Ricardo Rodriguez is said to have a broken ankle. It looks pretty serious. I mean, when they kept on showing the replays, you can see Ricardo Rodriguez's leg snap. I mean, not like, ankle snap, right in the camera angle. So that was pretty vicious in my opinion. But anyway, now we move on to the newest inductee into the 2013 WWE Hall of Fame. It would be the five-time WCW champion Booker T being inducted into the 2013 Hall of Fame. So congratulations to Booker T on being the newest inductee into the 2013 Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that, sucker? Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack. Anyway, guys, then we go on is to Randy Orton and Sheamus going up against 3MB. Pretty much, Randy Orton hits the RKO on Heath Slater, getting the win for Randy Orton and Sheamus. The Shield come out and of course, surround the ring, and Big Show comes out. So I'm really seeing a Big Show face turn probably at WrestleMania. Most likely, I think him being heel now is kind of wearing out on the fans and all that stuff, because Big Show doesn't really pull off the heel gimmick as well as he should, even though he should be pulling it off well as he is a giant. But personally, in my opinion, he's always better as a face. But anyway, Big Show comes out and pretty much evens the odds with the Shield, and then the Shield would just go up and over the barricades and just leave, tuck their tail and run pretty much. Then we have is Kofi Kingston going one-on-one against Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler and Kofi Kingston put on one hell of a match. Ziggler hits this zigzag on Kofi Kingston, picking up the win for himself. And it is announced after the match that it would be Team Hell No versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston at WrestleMania for the WWE Tag Team Championships. So that'll be an interesting match to see, as Team Hell No would of course go up against Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. So we will see Big E Langston's first match in the WWE at WrestleMania. Then we move on to a main event preview in which The Rock versus John Cena. They show the series of events of John Cena and The Rock over the past year, and them leading up into WrestleMania. Then we have is the Intercontinental Championship match. We have The Miz versus Chris Jericho versus Wade Barrett. A very great match between all these three participants. The Miz and Jericho really got rid of Barrett a lot of times in the match. The Miz would hit the skull-crushing finale on Chris Jericho, but Barrett out of nowhere rolls up The Miz and pulls off with the victory. I mean, one hell of a match, I had to say, between all these three participants in the match. Jericho came close to winning and becoming a 10-time Intercontinental Champion, I have to say. The Miz came close as well. I thought The Miz was going to win to promote, the Marine 3 home front, but apparently that wasn't the case, and Wade Barrett is still your Intercontinental Champion. Then we move on to the main, pretty much the main ending of the show, in which it will be Triple H versus the Brock Lesnar contract signing. We have boring chants as Paul Heyman and 3 security guards come out as Triple H is waiting in the ring for Paul Heyman. Pretty much, Paul Heyman pokes fun at Triple H, listing a bunch of these stipulations, in which it would be Triple H versus Brock Lesnar with Triple H's, eyes blind, with him being blindfolded. It would be Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, with Triple H's, arms cuffed and his ankles shackled. All this fun stuff, and then out of nowhere, Paul Heyman gets his ass handed to him by Triple H. Triple H takes out all the security guards, and Triple H signs the contract, and out comes Brock Lesnar with the chair, and out of nowhere, Triple H pulls out a sledgehammer, and pretty much, of course, Brock Lesnar, being the scaredy cat that he is, or the pussy that he is, doesn't do anything, and pretty much just, laughs and walks back. But Paul Heyman, out of nowhere, with his freaky ass hair, because Triple H really messed up his hair, says that with the stipulation at WrestleMania will be Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, where there is no rules, where there is no countouts, no submissions, no disqualifications. Well, I know submissions, of course there are submissions, but anyway, it'll be a no-holds-barred match. And by the way, Triple H, with one stipulation: if you lose, your career is over. So the stipulation is that at WrestleMania, Triple H loses to Brock Lesnar. The Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings career is over. So what were your thoughts on Monday Night Raw? I pretty much enjoyed it. It was an okay Monday Night Raw. We still haven't seen The Rock. The Rock is still promoting, now going to be promoting G.I. Joe coming out later next week. And he's still promoting, Snitch. And yeah, so The Rock's been busy for quite a while. So anyway, guys, this has been my WWE Raw review. What were your thoughts on Monday Night Raw? I know I got a new haircut. I got The Rock's new t-shirt, by the way. I'm really rocking it. Also got The Rock's new hat. So yeah, I went to a house show this past Saturday, so it was pretty fun. But anyway, guys, once again, this has been Rise18. I got a haircut, looking good. But anyway, guys, once again, Rise18. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until the next time, guys, I'm out. Deuce. I gotta go, guys. Deuce. Thank you guys for checking out that last video. Don't forget to subscribe to my Facebook page, and my Twitter page is down below where you guys can like me and follow me. And prepare to be electrified with another video coming soon.